Day 125 from Psalm 74 verse 4, which reads, "Your foes have roared in the midst of your meeting place. They set up their own signs for signs." This verse mourns the desecration of God's sanctuary. In Jewish interpretation, the enemies roaring in the temple symbolized nations mocking Israel's covenant with God. Their banners represented idols set up in God's house, a reversal of order where pagan powers seemed to eclipse God's glory. It reads like a sign of our times. The enemies now are not armies, but sin, Satan, and false teachers. Their roar is the sound of deception and persecution drowning out true worship. The banner becomes the world's values and ideologies raised where God should reign. This is a warning for the church not to let falsehood and secular thinking replace God's truth. Symbolically, this verse points to the desecration of the heart. Our hearts are God's temple, yet when sin and pride rules, it's as though the enemy has planted his banner there. It also highlights the conflict of kingdoms, God's reign against worldly powers. The banners of the enemy may stand for a season, but they do not endure. Finally, it calls us to intercede. As the psalmist cried for God to act, so we too must pray whenever his name is dishonored, whether in our world or in the church. So, 3 practical applications. Number 1, guard your heart as God's temple. Remove anything that raises itself above his truth. Number 2, refuse to accept the world's standards as your guide. Let Scripture and the Spirit direct your path. And lastly, number 3, intercede for God's glory to be restored in his church and in his people, especially where compromise has taken root, and take bold action where necessary. Christ is the true banner lifted over his people. Every false sign will fall, every roar will be silenced, and his kingdom will stand in glory forever.